Yes, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. But this is not What's on the Mind of the Batman. This is Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classics/non-classics. He told me this is episode 95, so give it that. I wanted to review this book. I asked him personally, though it was off camera, even though it's been a while since anybody has seen me. But I figured, though, why not make my return on Nick's own show? Okay, now, I'm reviewing Batman 66, Volume 1, where the story is written by Jeff Parker. 1 second here. Bruce, which is basically like the first episode of the classic TV show. Yeah, this takes place in the universe of the 60s Batman TV show. Oh, you want to say something? 1 second. 1 second. He said basically about to introduce this, but he wants to review this book personally. My opinion, this is a good book. He'll be right back. Yes, I'm back. My apologies for the sudden appearance of Batman and why his appearance was so brief. Yeah. He wanted to make his return. Oh, he also says that, if, Earth 2, Blue Goblin doesn't behave himself, he'll make a phone call to, the Earth 2 Batman to, he'll say, he says that, if Earth 2 Blue Goblin continues to not behave, if he doesn't learn to behave on the Blue Goblin reviews, he'll contact the Earth 2 Batman and have him basically take care of him personally. That's his words, not mine. Okay, like he says, this is Batman 66. Now the first story, like he said, is Riddler's Ruse. Yeah, this, even though it's a very eerie, it's basically the Riddler, and like the show, it starts out with the Riddler, and he does something in this issue that Batman's not done before. This, the whole glider thing. He never did this before ever in the show. But this is a good, interesting story. It's a long story. I give him credit for that much, but it's 20 pages long, and this also has the appearance by Catwoman, who teams up with the Batman, and they think on the Riddler. He actually gets arrested, but she basically teams up because he causes thousands of dollars of damage to her nightclub that she started. Okay, yeah, takes to the Batcave, and they beat the Riddler. He goes to jail, and of course, Catwoman goes back to her criminal ways. The second story in here is called Emperor Penguin. Okay, we're doing fine. It's just basically Penguin, who's named Emperor. He's declared the ruler of this iceberg, and he's got an ally who basically moves the thing. Oh yeah, this issue is not only to debut basically Return of the Penguin and Mr. Freeze, who by far, this is 11 issues in, And Penguin's not really returned since the new Mr. Freeze. Now, this is the second Mr. Freeze appearing on the show because he does show up. He speaks with a German accent, so this is the second one. It's a really interesting story. Plus, it's the return of the Penguin sub for the first time since the Batman movie. So this takes place probably during the second season of the show. Plus, it has the debut of the Bat sub. Yes, this issue has debuted the Bat sub. Nothing really much else new when it comes to that story. Now, Chandos Chites, I can't really pronounce that. This story is noteworthy for the debut of the show's version of Catherine Kane, who was dating Bruce Wayne. I never knew that she exists in this universe. Yeah, there's a woman called Sam who brainwashes people with her voice. It's an okay story. Plus, you get a chance to see Catherine Kane in story become. Let's see, where is that picture? I saw it here. In story, I saw it here. My goodness, still there. Let's see. Here we go. In story, she becomes Batwoman. Yes, so it's an okay story, that much. It does show off a character I don't really remember who he is, but I think he showed up in an episode when Catwoman teamed up. Now, the next story is basically the Joker sees Red, which is the debut of the Red Hood in this universe. Okay, and this Red Hood is not the Joker, believe it or not. This is actually a professor. And plus, it's also the debut of Arkham Asylum, which is known as the Arkham Into the Criminal Insane, and it's also the debut of Harley Quinn. This is what she looks like in this universe. Not bad look. She does kind of some characteristics of the regular one. And I do like the fact the Joker still has that little mustache. The Caesar Mayor refused to shave off. Yeah, it's a really interesting story. It's really, really good. It's a lot better than the Penguin story. It's more exciting. And then, of course, the next story is the thing with Egghead. Yeah, Egghead. This story is called Scrambled Eggs. It's a short story. You got the debut of Eggman's blimp. Egghead's blimp. That's really much it. There's nothing really much shocking to reveal about that story. It's a pretty decent short story. Next story, which is also two stories, take place at the same time. Basically, Batman and Robin go to London to take on the Mad Hatter, and get this. Commissioner Gordon has a cousin who lives in England named Detective Inspector Gordon of Scotland Yard. He says, your cousin at Gotham says his best. And he says, good old James, pleasure to meet you in person. I mean, this is a really interesting character. If they ever go back to England, they've got to team with this guy. It's nice. It's funny. Plus, this story also makes the debut of a British Batmobile. Oh, that is funny. Really, really funny. Plus, you got the Mad Hatter showing up. This, of course, is the one based on the imposter Mad Hatter. Yeah, at the time, this was Mad Hatter, but this later revealed, in comics, revealed the imposter Mad Hatter. But this is a really, really good story. It's a lot better than the previous issue. I give credit for that much. With the exception, the Eggman story was okay. This one shows off his hats, which he never had in the show. But it has a pretty decent end to it. Then, of course, the next story picks it right where the last one leaves off. And it deals with the debut, with the return of the Clock King. Which, at the end, there's no first in the story, no. But this story does reveal something that is pretty unexpected. That the Clock King is the brother of the Mad Hatter. His real name is Morris Tench. Yeah, they finally reveal his real name. Which makes him the second person on the show, besides Oswald Cobblepot, of course, besides the Penguin. He's like the second person on the show when they reveal what his real name is. But it's a pretty decent story. And absolutely good. And then, of course, comes the story I really don't really care about much. And that's the Sandman story. Of course, I think Batgirl shows up in this story. I think she does. Yeah. It's It's an okay story at best. Yeah. Nothing really shocking is revealed in the story. There's like no debuts, no reveals, nothing. It's a pretty decent story for its time. Yeah, then they have a story called Tiger of Topaz, which is the last story of the book. It has features appearance by the Eartha Kent Catwoman. It plus features basically a fight between Batgirl and Catwoman. Now, this probably takes place during Season 3 of the season that really killed the show. But it's a pretty decent story. I do like it. The only story I really didn't like very much was the Sandman story. Yeah, that's the only one, really, that I didn't like very much. The Sandman Says Goodnight. But otherwise, though, the Sandman Says Goodnight and Chandel's Cruzy, I think it's pronounced. Those two stories, the other ones didn't like in here. The Sandman story I can care less about because nothing is really much new. It's a decent story. It's okay, and so is the other one. But that's the only thing. The only thing about that that story is that it's the debut of Catherine Kane. That's the only thing I like about the story. But this was good. I give this book a 9. I give this book a 8 out, at least a 7.5 out of 10. I take those extra points in it because of the two stories I'm liking here. But this is good. Alright. That's it. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to be a double shot, but this is episode 96. And this is double shot 40. See you there. Bye.